is part 2 now. I just read to you Shemot chapter 20, verse 3 through 5. This is actually the first commandment. I mean, Yahuwah hits it right off the bat. Don't mess around. Don't worship any other Elohim. Let me reflect back here. He says in verse 3 says, "You shall have no other Elohim before my face. You shall not make to you any graven image." That's a tree. Is it not a tree an image? He says make. So they made a tree. Oh, you say, oh, it grew in the forest. Or you want to get technical. We'll go there. We're going to be there in a matter of a few seconds. It says, or any likeness of anything that is in the Shemayim above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the land under the earth. This is an image of a tree. I don't care if you cut the tree down or whatever, or you make it out of plastic or metal or steel or whatever. Don't make any image. Okay? Now let's skip over to Yirmiyahu or Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 2 through 5. Yirmiyahu chapter 10. Verse 2 through 5. And I read here. It says, "This says Yahuwah, learn not the direct or way of the heathen, and be not broken at the signs of the Shemayims." Okay, or the signs of the Shemayim, or the signs in the heavens. For the heathen are broken with them. They're persuaded by them. Okay, they don't interpret. For the customs of the nations are worthless. For one cuts an etz out, or a tree out of the forest. Okay, you had a question saying, what about a tree? How to make a tree? You didn't make the tree. Yah created it, but look what you've done to it. You've taken one of his creations to worship it. Oh, that's just beside the point. That's not the point there, Rabbi. I'm glad you said that. Let's continue. He says, "The work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold." Now this is before Christmas. How did Yahuwah know about this? They deck the halls with boughs of holly. You know that. Come on. You decorate the tree. He said, don't do this. He's specific. He said, they deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers. That's how you keep a tree secure. How did he know that? So that it does not move around. They are upright as the palm etz, or palm tree, but speak not. They must be carried. How else do you get a tree to your house when you cut it down, right? They have huge sails. People run each over in black sails, blue light sails, black light sails, red light, whatever light you want to use. They run each other over, not only trying to get the right tree, but even going to Walmart or some other store, to buy things, and poor people trample each other to death. Okay? Because they cannot walk. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither can they do toll or good. What did he say? Do not fear them. Do not fear the tree. What do you mean? That doesn't make sense. Well, in Hebrew talk, okay, because we're Westerners, or they're Westerners. I'm a true Hebrew, but I'm also an Israelite. I believe in the Mashiach. But in the Eastern world, they fear a tree. What do you mean? If they don't do what they're supposed to with that tree, then they believe they're cursed. See, America has taken that back over to America and changed it. They put in your heart, they won't say don't worship the tree. They'll tell you if you don't honor the tree, okay, and they put Christ in the middle and on the top of all this stuff, that you're a Scrooge. So they make all these movies, and they call you a Scrooge. And a lot of people, because they get depressed because they don't know the truth, they're ignorant, they commit suicide. They get depressed and stuff like that. Okay? Did you know that the so-called in Judaism nowadays, they're actually putting the Star of David on top of Christmas trees? See that angle there? Even Hanukkah is not a holy day. Yah didn't mention it, but some Hebrews do it, Judaism do it. Every once in a blue moon I may do it, but that's at least something that existed. Christ's Mass did not exist. Oh, you're messing up there, Rabbi. No, he wasn't born on December 25th. Okay? And we'll get to that part next. But they fear the tree. If they don't decorate the tree, if they don't put presents, I just read you here in the scripture that they decorate the tree. Okay? Basically. And you see them putting gifts more and more each and every year. They're talking less about so-called Christ or the Messiah, and they're putting more emphasis on gifts. Like I said earlier, the blue light, the black light sale, the red light sale, all that, right? And it's like the more you spend, the more it was concerned. Well, we're going to get to that part too, why you shouldn't be buying gifts as well. Okay? On my notes here of my restoration scripture reads, do you have a Christmas tree? If you do, Yahuwah says that this is a pagan practice and that and he desires for you and all Israel to end it immediately and learn the ways of Torah instead. We're supposed to learn the ways of Torah instead. Why are you messing around with this pagan practice? Okay? Now, how did Yahuwah know about Christmas or the masses, okay, serving a false Elohim, a false God? Okay? Born on the day of the other idols. Did you know there's other idols that have that same birthday? But the fact remains is that, you know, Yahuwah, Yahusha, or Yahashua, was not born in Christmas. Okay? And you could tell this because they use a different name. Since his name was never Jesus Christ, why are you worshiping somebody called Jesus Christ? That's not his name. If it is his name, if I learned later on that was his name, because people say he spoke Aramaic, but Aramaic is a dialect of Hebrew, or should I say Hebrew is a dialect of Aramaic. Basically, it's almost the same language, but it's almost the same letters. There's no J in the Aramaic as well. There's no J in the ancient or the Greek. There's no J in the Greek. That little hook was put on there in the 16th century. Then it became Jesus instead of Iesus. Okay? Because his name is Yahuwah, the Father's name is Yahuwah, and knows men's evil heart. That's why he put that in scripture. How did he know that? Because he's Yahuwah. He knows everything. Okay? Yahusha was born sometime in April and crucified or died in April as well. On one of the holy days, the high holy days, which is Pesach or Passover and unleavened bread. Also, he's really glorified in the world. Who's not glorified? Yahusha, wrongly renamed Jesus. Why you say he's not named? There's literally millions of churches all over the U.S. and the world. But what do they call him? They call him Jesus. They don't call him Yahusha or Yahashua or Yeshua. They call him Jesus. Now, is that glorifying his true name, or is that glorifying the God with another name? Think about that as we move on next into part 3.